You all right back here?
Cuffs are tight, but
okay. Are you hurt anywhere?
My finger, but it's unbanded.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Doing my best to comply here. What else?
No, you're good. I'm just making sure you're not injured.
No. I'm more.
All right.
All right. Physically.
Okay. You live here? Your ID says you live here?
Yeah.
Is it just you and your dad? Anybody else? Okay. So no one else in the house?
No.
Just you two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One of these cars yours?
What? Oh,
no.
I don't drive.
Okay.
My dad's only car is the minivan.
Okay. All right. We'll just sit tight for now. Sorry that the cuffs are uncomfortable, but
I deserve it.
we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You deserve it.
Caution tape?
Yeah.
That means something really happened.
Yeah, it's a crime scene. Yep.
Yeah, it's a crime scene. We got a crime scene. We spread caution tape depending on the crime scene. So
Did somebody get murdered?
we're not here to, as he said before, not here to divulge what happened.
It's Christmas.
Emergency call.
What happens when the baby boy you gave birth to grows up to destroy you? That's the theme of this video. Now, what mom or dad would ever look at their beautiful little newborn son in the haze of happiness right after his birth, holding him and think, this child will grow up to kill me? Sadly, it happens. Thankfully, it's rare, but it does happen, sadly, to both famous, rich, well-known, rich people in Brentwood, California, and lesser-known people outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. But why? And what should happen to these culprits who decide to end the lives of their parents so tragically? Now, the similarities of these cases we're covering today are kind of eerie in some ways, but familiar. There's 32-year-old Nick Reiner. We know he has famous parents. But then there's this pretty much unknown 33-year-old Jarrett Lukey. And they both share what are some of the hallmarks of the kind of failure to launch, usually mentally troubled, grown male adult sons who somehow turn their rage and angst against their parents. In both of these crimes, some kind of argument precipitated the crimes.
270, you want me to hold the channel?
Is this you?
It's me. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
call you on the East Holder traffic emergency only until we can advise further 1911.
Who's in there?
It was just me and my dad.
Okay. What's going on?
We had a fight.
Okay. Get on the ground for me. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Hands out to the side. Palms up. Stay right there. Don't move.
Units responding to Wicklow. Your complaint's going to be outside gray shirt, blue jeans.
.33, I'm in contact with him. I got him on the ground at gunpoint.
Okay, I was a complainant. Got him at gunpoint.
Right before the crimes, and also many years leading up to the crimes, brewing, troubled. Both cases seemingly portray men who have siblings who cared about them, have parents who tried to help them. Now, we know Nick was charged with murdering his famous parents. His dad, Rob Reiner, or Robert Reiner, will forever be known to us as Meathead. Those of us who watched the character, we may have been a toddler like I was in the 70s when that famous show, All in the Family, ran nearly the entire decade. Now, Rob's wife, Michelle Reiner, also lost her life to that son, Nick, wielding a knife. Nick had actually been living in the guest house at his parents' $13.5 million Brentwood property, on and off for years. So much help they tried to get him. There were at least 6 emergency calls for service that came in from that mansion over the years, recent years, maybe not so recent years, incidents ranging from alleged family violence to welfare checks, mental health checks. I can't imagine what all these parents went through. Now, the most recent and final call coming from that estate was a fatal call December 14th, 2025, when they found Rob and Michelle at their home with their throats cut. It's a sad and scary story, and I think of it as maybe not one of the ones that Rob Reiner would have created. I mean, those of us who we feel like we grew up with him, watching him as, meathead on All in the Family, just grow up into this uber talented director. When I think of this one scene and When Harry Met Sally, I can still see it in my mind's eye, and so many others he went on to create. American President, and so many more. But, of course, this is not the type of ending no one would want. Such a charmed life, such a talented soul, and his wife, who would want it to end this way? Nick was eventually arrested, and he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for ending the life of his 78-year-old dad and his 70-year-old mother. Now, that's the famous crime a lot of people are following. But about 1 month before Nick went on his rampage, deputies from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office in Ohio would find themselves at the scene of a crime that was similar and brutal. It involved a 30-something-year-old son, troubled, staying with his dad in this instance. In this instance, the mom does not live there. And officers could feel it brewing. They kept talking about this moon. They took note of this spectacular beaver supermoon on November 6, 2025. You can see it lighting up the night sky in their body cam videos.
Things were too chill. It always makes me nervous, man.
Did you see the moon?
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, something's happened. I'm primary tonight
It was
too.
a full moon last night.
I saw the big moon. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I saw the moon. I was like, oh no. Have you noticed it?
Yeah, that's how it was yesterday.
They weren't really marveling at the moon. They took it as a precursor, a sign of bad things to come. And they were right. This case involved another knifing, another parent dead at the hands of, this time, his 33-year-old son.
Alright, units responding to Wicklow. Complaints now advising that the stabbing occurred over an hour ago. Patient possibly not breathing. The knife is secured in the dining room. John 31, your complaint should be 7L.
Definitely, gentlemen, start towards Wicklow.
Units responding to Wicklow. Your complaint's going to be outside gray shirt, blue jeans.
33, I'm in contact with him. I got him on the ground at gunpoint.
Okay, now with the complainant, got him at gunpoint.
Hey, listen to me. Are you listening? Yeah. Stand up, crawl over to your right. Crawl over to your right. Crawl over to your right. Keep crawling. He said his dad's inside. He said he did it. Crawl over, keep crawling. Keep crawling. You want to go in that front door?
One thing did continually baffle authorities at this scene. It was a lack of blood, along with the fact that it took this son, Jarrett Luque, at least an hour or so to call police after the stabbing occurred.
He said his dad's inside. He said he did it. Crawl over. Keep crawling. Okay. Keep crawling.
Where's he?
You want to go in that front door?
I'm gonna get him. Okay. What, should I cover me? Yep. Give me your hand. Put your my back. We're in. All over, man. I'm here, too. Wanna walk him over down?
933, checker.
No, it was just him. Just him and me.
933, checker, what again?
34, I'm out with him. We got one male detained. Right here.
Okay, one male detained. Do you want me to keep the channel held?
I can sit on that, but
3-8 firm, keep the channel held. I'm clearing the house now.
I'll comply.
Okay, all units.
Nobody else is in there but you? Just my dad and me. Okay. I know there's something wrong with me. Honestly, I'm just hoping I get help. That's all I ever wanted.
33, you can send the squad in. Got one male, mid-60s, 70s, in the kitchen, on the ground, not responding, non-breather.
Okay, same secure, male on the ground in the kitchen, not breathing.
You're good. It's clear.
So this was November 6, 2025, around 7:06 p.m., and deputies responded to that home near Cincinnati. It's in Sycamore Township. They heard stabbing, and so many deputies started responding. Now that was the home that Jarrett Luque shared with his 69-year-old dad, John Luque. Unfortunately, as soon as deputies arrived, they could tell that 69-year-old John was DOA already from stab wounds, lying on his kitchen floor. They corralled Jarrett, out, up, into handcuffs, and in the back of a squad car. The first officer on the scene, he rightly drew his gun. He heard Jarrett say something about "it's all my fault." And Jarrett was the one who called authorities.
Township man is being held on a $1 million bond, accused of stabbing his father to death last night.
33-year-old Jared Luque is heard telling a 911 dispatcher that he, quote, just snapped when he thought his father was coming after him.
Mike Schell has the latest.
33-year-old Jared Luque is accused of stabbing his father to death inside this house on Wicklow Avenue in Sycamore Township around 7 Thursday night. Luque's attorney said that his client called 911 on himself and was very clear from the first words he said to the dispatcher.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
I need to be arrested. I have been in a fight with my father, and I think he is dead.
When deputies arrived, they found 69-year-old John Luque suffering from stab wounds in the dining room.
We got into an altercation,
Okay.
and he shoved me.
According to court documents, the argument turned violent when Jared Luque got a crowbar and a knife from his bedroom.
And I have and always carry a knife, and it fell to the floor out of my pocket.
Okay.
He picked it up, and I thought he was going to come at me, and I snapped.
Luque told the dispatcher that he knocked the knife out of his father's hand. Police say Luque picked up the knife and stabbed his father 7 to 8 times. The assistant county prosecutor said protecting the public is the top priority when it comes to Luque's bond amount.
I know that the officers are requesting a high bond at this point because of that. The mental health, and if the mental health issues are manifesting themselves in a homicide, that is a very clear threat.
I have had mental issues for a while, and I tried to tell people that I needed help, and nobody ever cared.
Luque's case will go to a grand jury on November 17th.
Jared would end up almost fitting the profile of a lot of these sons I see who commit this type of crime. As we'll see his brother talk about towards the end of this video, when they unfortunately had to notify him that his dad was gone at the hands of his brother, Jared fits the profile. Throughout this body cam video, you will learn that Jared admitted he didn't drive. He does not drive. When officers were asking him, which car is yours out here? He's in his 30s, just like Nick, and lived with his parents. Not necessarily self-sufficient. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with being older and living with your parents. Certain families like to live together, or there might be times in your life where you're struggling and you need to move back home. I don't think there's any shame in that. But in Jared's case, as his brother will describe it, this family tried to get him help. As I understand, in Nick's case, trying. I'm sure his parents probably put so much money into Nick's treatment, trying to help perhaps his underlying schizophrenia. He just had new meds. Nick did, they say, that made him just kind of out of his mind. Jarrett, as it's revealed in this body cam video, he said strange and kind of self-focused things after being held at gunpoint by that first deputy, or at least I found them strange and self-focused. And his brother would add to the picture, rounding out why Jarrett turned out this way.
Okay. I'm gonna walk him over there. I'm gonna check in here. 33, you can send the squad in. Got one male, mid-60s, 70s, in the kitchen, on the ground, not responding, non-breather.
Okay, same secure male on the ground in the kitchen, non-breathing.
He's in the kitchen on the ground. Looks like he's got a stab wound, not breathing. He said it happened about an hour ago. I guess just check on him. He's right here to you, right here.
I hate the silence. Can you tell me what's gonna happen to me?
I just showed up, man.
Oh God.
Is this for you?
I just saw someone pull up. I thought it might have been somebody. So I don't know.
Have him pulled down so we can put him in the back. Have him, he needs to put down, that way we can put him in the back.
Did they notify county boss already?
I don't think so.
Around here?
I heard you this way. Okay. Is your car unlocked?
Yeah. You want to put him in the back there?
Yeah, set up. You got anything on you, man?
My wallet, my right side.
I found it odd that Jarrett claimed he didn't even know his own father's birthday. I find that weird. Maybe it's just me, but I definitely have my parents' birth dates and even maybe my grandparents' birth dates burned into my brain. But Jarrett claimed he didn't know that when the officers asked him. I don't think he was trying to be elusive because he did admit other things, like, I hate the silence. Can you tell me what's going to happen to me?
Yeah. You want to put him in the back there?
You got anything on you, man?
My wallet, my right side.
We'll patch you down real quick.
That's stone.
The house is secure.
That's his.
Over the crime scene.
Yeah.
I'm going to patch you down real quick. You can release the channel.
Okay, releasing the channel. All units on the east resume normal traffic at 1950.
132, I'm a couple minutes now. The house is secure.
That's his.
Over the crime scene.
Okay, units.
Sure, we got a county boss now.
Hey, firm, I'm checking with the west now.
I'm going to tape off. Tape.
Honorable 2000 bucks.
Hey, is you okay?
Watch your step. There's blood here, blood there, blood there. There's a little bit of blood over here. Huh?
Did you go upstairs yet?
No. Did you clear upstairs?
What?
No, not you guys.
No.
Other than that, you guys are good. Confirmed DOA?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but I have to hear it come from your mouth.
Confirmed DOA. There's a stab wound. It looks like to the neck, then one straight to the chest. And it looks like a couple over there on the left side.
All right, confirmed at 1916?
Yeah, that'll work.
1916?
I'm not seeing a wall.
Where's Elliot at?
You know if there's anybody upstairs?
There's nobody else, no.
DOA confirmed 1916.
We got his name, but I don't know about date of birth.
They can probably run that for us. Yeah. I'm gonna go.
9-18. Make sure we got a county boss on that.
Hey, log, can you give me a crime scene log started?
Abram, I'm checking with the West now.
I'm gonna put tape up. I'm gonna tape off the house. Tape.
Times.
Did he say which knife it was?
I didn't ask questions on that.
Okay.
We got him detained and put him in custody.
Yeah. Well, because there's multiple stab wounds, and his throat is slit. And it looks like it was serrated, right? Because that's a jagged ass cut. And there's a serrated blade right here, but I don't. Oh, I lied. There is blood on it. It looks like he tried to clean it off. Now, why in the hell would you try to clean it off? Hey, the 100%. This is 100% a fucking murder.
I got him in my car right there. He came out and he said something along, I can't remember exactly what it was. He said something along the lines of, my dad and I got in an argument, it was me. So, yeah.
Jared did not even have his own social security number memorized. Another thing I find kind of strange. I feel like most responsible adults know at a certain point, especially by the time you get into your 30s, they have their social security number memorized. And since it's so commonly used in America for so many important things, well, Jared couldn't hold down a job. That's what his brother would eventually tell officers, among many other problems. It sounded like Jared said initially, I won't comply, but later he says he will comply. He does admit, I know there's something wrong with me. Throughout this horrible crime that happened in November in Ohio, I don't remember hearing Jared at any point ask how his dad was doing. Perhaps Jared already knew. According to court documents, Jared and his dad had gotten into some kind of verbal argument before that fight turned physical. And I'm not saying 69-year-olds are out of shape by any means. Let me tell you, I've seen a 70-year-old bikini competitor. She had her six-pack and everything. Impressive. Believe me, I've seen some people, 70s, 80s, who are in great shape, much better shape than some 30-year-olds. But I still think that's not a fair fight. 30-something-year-old turning on your 69-year-old dad and really fighting with him. Jared allegedly retrieved this crowbar and then a knife too from his bedroom, and then he hit his father twice in the shoulder with the crowbar. Then they were apparently struggling, and Jared picked up this knife from the floor where it had fallen apparently out of his pocket and used it to stab his dad like 7 or 8 times. How horrific.
First name's John, last name Leuke, I believe.
Hey, can we move him cars? My door, the sliding door doesn't lock. And I'm not comfortable with that. It doesn't have to be like right now, but...
I guess it was the son. He's in custody right now. I asked Vinny, he said, did he say anything to you? And he said, yeah, me and my dad were in a fight, it was me. But apparently it sounds like it's going to be father-son with some possible psych history here. Yeah, here's the victim's driver's license number.
I can't find his dad in here. I don't know if you want to ask him his birthday or... What's your dad's date of birth, man? You know? No. Hey, he doesn't know. I'm not finding his... Do you guys have anything else on him, like birthday or anything?
All we got is the name and his address. That's essentially it.
How do you spell that last name?
Lueckee.
Hey, Harvey. There's multiple stab wounds to the chest. His throat is slit. It looks like there might be a stab wound in his neck. Okay. This ain't a suicide. There's multiple stab wounds in the chest. His throat is slit. It looks like there might be a stab wound in his neck.
He's getting back here.
This ain't a suicide.
Did we pat him down real good? And should we get him out and do it again? Are you confident? Okay.
The murder weapon is on the kitchen table in there. When you walk in there past the body, there's a wooden table to the left. If you go through the doorway, it's on the right, but if you're looking at the body, it's to the left.
Now, towards the end of all these body cam videos that I've really cut down because there were like 11 raw videos, Jared's brother, Robert Michael Luque, he goes by Michael, he was interviewed. Now, John is their dad, of course, but their mom lives away somewhere in Kentucky. I'm not sure what sent her away or what that relationship was like, or there's a lack of communication there, it sounds like. And I don't know if that contributed to Jared's problems or if she was saving herself, if she couldn't deal with him. Who knows? Jared also apparently has a sister named Megan who used to try and be his rock. She used to try and help him and stick up for him and even defend him, I guess, according to her brother, but she moved out recently because of Jared. It sounds like Jared did not treat his sister right. He's even assaulted her. He's been a problem. They have another brother named Justin. But meanwhile, this battle between Jared and his dad, John, it's been brewing for a long time, apparently. Jared's brother gets upset when he says, you know, their dad, John, just did not want to throw Jared out and leave him with nothing. He didn't want to leave him with nothing. John loved his son. I can imagine. In covering these true crime cases, I see a lot of people automatically say, oh, if my kid did that, blah, 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 whatever it is, I'd just toss him out on his head, tough love. I'm sure a lot of that is easier said than done. Some of it could be behavioral, some of it truly is a mental health struggle. I love it when it can be cured early. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that TikTok video, it was so hopeful about this young girl. Her mom could tell her personality changed like this. You could see it. She went from light, happy, smiling girl to the next birthday, just her eyes looked sunken in and she was so sad. She knew something was wrong with her. She would just have these fits of rage. I think her friends or her siblings were afraid of her. Her mom kept pressing and trying and getting to the correct diagnosis. She ended up finding it was something physically wrong with her daughter where her body, for some reason, it started attacking her brain. It was something about immunity or bacteria, and they got it solved. It took a while. It took antibiotics or medication. They got the right medication, and the light came back in that little girl. Who knows where that would have ended up if they hadn't solved that problem? Unfortunately, this case in Ohio, they did not solve that problem. For example, John, the dad, was allergic to THC. Despite John asking Jared not to smoke in the house, I mean, he's allergic to it, he's not being a prude, Jared smoked anyway. Now, maybe Jared was trying to self-medicate or calm himself down or whatever, but it shows you just one more lack of caring about other people, about other people's plights, conditions. Jared didn't have a job. He couldn't hold down a job. You know, his brother explained it was because of his personality or his mental health issues. Despite all this, Jarrett still refused treatment or therapy when he got older. When he was younger, Jared was taken to therapy. That's one thing his brother described. As young as 7 or 8 years old, Jared was taken to therapy. His brother said Jared definitely had bipolar tendencies. I don't know if he had any schizophrenia or not, but Jared did have a feeling of, if I'm being robbed, I can do whatever and just screw you. So I guess he felt like if I'm being done wrong, no matter who's doing me wrong and I feel that way, whatever, forget you. He said Jarrett just stayed upstairs in his room. Even when the officers were doing their walkthrough, they're like, oh, this is an interesting setup. They just see a bed and video game equipment.
I was up in Sims when it came out.
Yeah, and you got here fast.
Might need new brakes now.
Yeah.
Sims.
Fucking hell. That's impressive. Yeah.
That dude, that Taurus. Got 3 speeds, here, there, and gone.
He might know.
That's the son. I think I misspelled the last name. Just give me 1 second.
Well, at this point, we're gonna, Sergeant May's on his way. We'll just secure the scene. I just need somebody to kind of man the door.
I will. I'll run up there. Can I move my car up?
Yep.
Yeah, let me move my car up real quick and grab a fresh set of gloves.
You mind to go stand by the... Just make sure no one goes in that door real quick.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Hell of a way to start the shift. Where's the blood?
Probably on his shirt. Got a lot on his hands, you can see.
Oh yeah, I know, but it looks like it was a fight.
Yeah, like nothing on the floor or nothing like that.
Well, no. I mean, for the injuries that he has, there would be blood somewhere. Unless this kid fucking cleaned it up.
I know, that's why.
Because look, there's blood right there at the door. Right here. That's blood. There's blood there. It looks like he tried to clean off the knife. I think that's just dirty.
No, washer and dryer right here. So.
Yeah. And then if you look over there, there's blood spots over here.
Yeah, I looked back here, I didn't see anything like clues, right?
No, but it looks like where it started, it looks like the kid tried to clean up because there's no blood.
32, I copy.
And the amount of blood that he would lose from these injuries is more than nothing.
Yeah.
So if you watch your step right there, there's blood on the door.
I'm not gonna walk in there. Where'd you see a potential knife?
It's if you want to go this way, we can. Blood marks here. Watch your step. Blood again. More blood.
All right. Thank you.
And then it's over here. So, well, it looks like he tried to clean it.
Okay.
It's wet, but it's not. There's no red on the silver. And his throat is slit. He's got a stab wound in the neck, and he's got a couple stab wounds in his chest. There's no way there's no blood, right? You can see the blood on his neck.
Yeah. Obviously, when detail came out, he said it occurred an hour ago, so he had time.
Right.
If that's in fact the case.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood right there.
To the Hyatt Place, 11435 Reed Herman Highway, for a male and a seizure. They're going to be in the conference room.
That's where I'm taking you now. So blood spots here and here.
Now, there were minor arguments, I guess, that turned major. Who knows what that last argument was about? Maybe we'll find out. And it was probably something so silly, of course not worth anyone losing their life over it. John, the dad, had told Michael that Jared was just stewing over things recently, Like some pizza his dad had bought. Maybe Jared didn't really like that pizza. All these feelings grew over time until they congealed into hate. So it's hate brewing, which is so weird to me because I guess people or, guys like this in their 30s who have never been out on their own, held down a job for years, had to budget and raise a family or pay a mortgage or be responsible. They don't know what it's like for the parents to continually try and pay and not give up on their child trying to help them. They don't understand it. Maybe they don't even understand the value of $1. Maybe to Nick, money came easily to him. Did he feel like he couldn't measure up to his dad? Anyway, in Jared's case in Ohio, his family tried to do an intervention. They were trying to show Jared everybody wants to help you. And Jared's brother still expressed his love for Jared. He was telling the deputies, even after this horrible, shocking, shell-shocking crime occurred and he was notified, he still wanted to express his love for his brother. And that's one thing I think everyone should understand. Of course, no one likes the crimes committed by guys like Nick, allegedly, and Jared, or many others I could sit here and think of. Horrible case in Utah. There's others, locals, I can think of. A similar situation, this one mom. She tried to help her son over and over. You might raise all your children the same, maybe all of them thrive, and then there might be one you recognize needs more love, needs extra attention, and these parents give that. I can think of one mom in Ohio whose son lived in the basement. She helped him, had mental health issues, and he ended up doing away with his own mom. Very similar situations.
Were you first on scene?
Yes.
He was at the front porch.
He came out of the front door, yeah.
You said he made a statement to you that
he said
these two were fighting?
Yeah, we were fighting. I'm sorry. I don't know if he said it was me or it was something like that, to where that's when I realized, because it came out as like, yeah, I didn't know if this was like a crime or not. Like it sounded like he potentially could have just been stabbed and still alive.
Yeah.
Or stabbed himself on accident.
Yeah,
or something.
that's what
I thought it was. So I pulled up as if, but I was standing in the street when he came out, and I could tell he was kind of like shooken up. So once he said I'm sorry, I just had him prone out. And
all right, good job. So we will.
Yeah.
See if we want to talk to you. Stuff like that.
Okay.
I'll have you hang with him since you got control of him.
Yeah.
You said he's in cuffs.
Yeah, my I don't know if it's an issue, but my sliding door doesn't lock. So I don't know.
You all right back here? You all right back here?
Cuffs are tight, but
Okay. Are you hurt anywhere?
My finger, but it's unbanded.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Doing my best to comply here. What else?
No, you're good. I'm just making sure you're not injured.
No. I'm all right.
All right.
All right. Physically.
Okay. You live here? Your ID says you live here? Yeah. Is it just you and your dad? Anybody else? Okay. So no one else in the house?
No.
Just you two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One of these cars yours?
What? Oh,
No?
I don't drive.
Okay.
My dad's only car is the minivan.
Okay. All right. We'll just sit tight for now. Sorry that the cuffs are uncomfortable, but
I deserve it.
we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You deserve it. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You deserve this. This was his wallet.
Mm-hmm. I got his phone in here too.
All right.
I'd keep it all or whatever.
How old is he?
He was born in 91, December 91.
How old are you?
34 this December.
34.
He's 33. So he's 33 right now. Somebody. First one here on scene. Once he made the statements he made to him, he put him in prone and put him at gunpoint, put him in custody. So he could go over to headquarters if need be. Didn't he say he saw a knife in there?
There is a pocket knife in the living room.
Okay.
I don't know if that was what was used.
I think he might have.
It was open. I don't know if it was.
I'm not gonna go in because I don't want to tamper with anything. But what? So the guy's in the kitchen in there?
Yeah, if you go through that doorway, he's on the floor. There's not a whole lot of blood. Like, hardly any on the floor. A couple stab wounds to the chest, stab wound to the neck. It looks like there may be one on the right hand as well. Okay.
7R31, 7R32.
The other name on there is the victim.
John?
Yeah.
Stabbing sounds like a domestic by nature involving father and son, in which the son, who is also the complainant on this detail, stabbed the father. The father is DOA. The son is currently being held.
It's not that these parents are necessarily coddling these kids. Parents can get a bad rap. If their kid is out there and they're being violent and doing something, it's always like, where are the parents? So when the parents are there and they're trying to give their children or even adult children extra support, extra, what do you need? Therapy, okay, and you lost your job, okay, stay in the home, get back on your feet. Parents trying to encourage them. Let's get on the right medications. Let's get you the right help, whatever you need. Then some people think the parents are coddling them. People don't understand why some parents can love their children unconditionally. It isn't that they're necessarily seeing this 32 or 33-year-old dangerous, evil would-be killer. Maybe they're looking at that beautiful baby boy, that, toddler's face. And how can they give up on that?
All right. Yeah, we're good. I want to make sure we're tracking right.
And then I
don't want to have any more like boots in there. Just keep it. The less people in there now, the better.
Yeah, I was looking at his hands and stuff.
Like, there's not a lot of blood.
No, well, that's what we were talking about. And I'm like, okay, you got the wash and dry. Did you try to clean it up? Because stab wounds like that, there would be a decent amount. There's nothing on the counter that looked like it.
And if that pocket knife was involved, it's going to be done.
Right. Now, he does have some blood on him, on his jeans. But nothing to where it would match that, That's one of the comments that he made, that he needed help. He needs to be in the psych ward. Probably a little past that.
Yeah, I saw the moon. Have you noticed it?
Yeah, that's how it was yesterday.
I'm going to have you, you've got custody of him, correct, Benny? I'm going to go ahead and have you run him up to D1.
Okay.
Just bench him for now. You can have come on the bench. Make damn sure he doesn't wash his hands, nothing like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
You take piss, but he ain't wash it up afterwards. So, and just babysit for now. IS has been notified, so they know you're en route. I'm sure you'll beat them up there by a long shot, but I prefer to get them away from the scene.
Okay. So. Not supposed to be seen by cops?
Well, anyone who's not supposed to.
You're talking about my computer?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, that's why it's shut right now.
Right. Then you need to be looking over the shoulder.
No, you're good.
They should really turn my computer off.
Yeah. You're good, man. With all due respect, I'm not going to talk to you, just because I don't want to. They're gonna interview you down at the station. Okay. So if you want to talk, feel more than welcome to. I just don't want to say anything that I'm not supposed to. So I'm probably gonna be pretty quiet on this ride. Okay.
So in the end, what's going to happen to both Nick and Jarrett? Well, Jarrett did appear before a judge the day after he was arrested. His bond was set at $1 million, and I cannot find his court date, his next one, for the life of me, but I plan to keep up with his case. As for Nick Reiner, USA Today is reporting that he was given some schizophrenia meds before his parents' death, and that might have had an impact on his behavior. We will see. We don't know what his plea will be. But we do know that he did check into this trendy beach hotel named the Pierside Hotel. It has sweeping views of Santa Monica right near the pier after his crime. It's about 5 miles away from his parents' home. So he had the wherewithal to do what he did to his parents horribly. Also, allegedly, their throats slit, just like the dad, John Luque, in Ohio. When people do that, when you hear about neck injuries, whether it be a slicing or a choking, I always feel like the perpetrator is trying to shut that person up. You know, what did the person say? What was the argument about? In John and Jared's case, was, John responding to some argument? Was he trying to encourage his kid to get a job, this young man, 30-something-year-old? And Jared should have been happy that his dad didn't kick him out the house. Anyway, eventually Nick Reiner was arrested. He failed to appear for his December 16th arraignment. So many media, they were out there. They wanted to see Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner's son. But he had not been medically cleared according to his lawyer. Was that a ploy to go for this not guilty by reason of insanity plea? Maybe. He's going to be held without bail until he's arraigned. It's scheduled for January 7th, 2026. Nick's attorney did call the loss of Rob and Michelle a devastating tragedy for the whole family, and he does say that there are very complex and serious issues that are associated with this case, and I do believe it. I keep asking myself, why do some parents, for all they're trying, for all they're looking towards the future, why do they end up with some sons, mainly it is sons, who end up murdering their parents? It's called parricide. So parricide offenders are predominantly male. They make up about 86% of the cases, according to this large U.S. study. Will we ever know the why this side of heaven? Is it just a bad seed, evil, or mental health issues, of course, that these sons wish they didn't have? Even though parricide is committed mostly by males, nearly 90% of the culprits are males, at least it is a rare event, accounting for only about 1 to 2% of the homicides in the U.S. But I'm sure that's likely cold comfort to people who are impacted closely by these all-in-the-family type of crimes, especially during Christmas time. You could hear one officer say, "It's Christmas." Well, even as I went to that beautiful candlelit Christmas Eve service at church today, I still am reminded of taking comfort in one spectacularly opposite case to the ones we're talking about tonight, as so eloquently described in that popular Christian song, "Mary, Did You Know?" The lyrics are asking Jesus' mother, "Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you." Whereas some rare parents, unlucky, unfortunate, whatever you want to call them, literally give birth to their own killers. Not Mary. Mary gave birth to the child who would deliver us all, if only we accept him. I'm going to let you watch the rest of the body cam videos and the interviews and everything about Jared now. I'll read John 18:37 first. "You are king then," said Pilate. Jesus answered, "You say that I am a king. In fact, the reason I was born and came into the world is to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." So watch the rest of the body-worn camera videos related to that incident, and stay tuned for any updates I do about Nick Reiner's case and Jared Luque's case, and heaven forbid any others. I do want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and with a caveat that I understand some people are dealing with heavy losses right now. And so I don't want to be flippant. I only want to say that this is where the real hope is, the hope in Christ, and I hope that's where whatever you're going through, you can find some type of comfort too. That's what I hope and pray for all of these people we talk about in every video, suffering from a tragedy, or heaven forbid, even being the person who committed the tragedy, and hopefully feeling remorse and repentance in its wake. And hopefully getting treatment to understand their own brains and why they reacted in that way, so we can learn, like with the little girl, how it can be treated and how to get better, relying on hope. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Just you in the house, correct?
Well,
if you will hang on to that since it's our victim.
Well, it's a little pocket knife, right? I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody that's gotten stabbed by a pocket knife once and dropped.
Yeah, obviously. Like defensive wounds, possibly.
Yes. There's a couple of lacerations on his left hand. It looks like there's one or two maybe on his right hand. There's cuts on his shirt.
Yeah.
There's, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. And then it looks like there's one in the neck. And then his throat is slit. And it's just like a gaming setup in a bed.
That sounds about par for, it's not that young, but for younger kids. StarCraft.
I didn't see anything that screamed, I'm going to kill my dad.
The only history we have is February of last year for a nosebleed. That's it. So there's no discernible history. Nothing indicative. No mental runs or anything like that. No domestic runs.
Can you get out this way?
Okay, I'm sorry, male 5, failed wearing all door clothing, hospital in the area, but...
Go straight through these doors.
R32 at 1760 St. Avenue, apartment 2, 2.1 732. Very slow, copy.
Turn left. Hello. Chain him here. Take a seat for me. Lift your leg up. You're good. I already got him double locked. I was just debating on this one. Cuff him to that. It's good.
Okay.
I'll sleep like that for now. I'm just gonna wait on CIS, I guess.
All right.
So, are you aware of what's going on?
No.
Okay, gotcha. I'll inform you.
I was expecting a stolen to come in right now.
Is this where CIS usually has him wait?
Yes.
He's good right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gotcha. There's a good deal.
Are you gonna interview him?
Yes. Where's the interview room at?
Right around the corner.
Okay.
His social security?
Hey, buddy, you know your social?
I believe it was on my phone.
What's your first name?
Jared, J-A-R-E-D.
J-A-R-E-D?
E-D.
J-A-R-E-D?
Yep. And your last?
L-U-E-C-K-E.
L-U-E-C-K-E. What's your birthday?
12/19/1991.
You ever been arrested before?
No.
Okay, just weed ticket or something maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me just a minute, alright?
Hey, bud. We're detectives with the sheriff's office. We're going to take you in and talk to you. Good. Are you cuffed to the seat?
He's not cuffed to the seat, just my cuffs on him, and then he's shackled.
Oh, can you take that off?
Yeah, gotcha.
You're not gonna run, are you?
No.
So.
No, sit back down for me. Sorry.
I'm Detective Billing. So once we get in the room, we'll take these cuffs off you. You won't be an issue, will you? All right, bud. Oh yeah, dude. You do. Look at that. You do. Ooh. Go in there. Follow him. Come on, buddy.
Sorry.
Are these yours?
Those are mine.
We'll take them out. I'll bring them right back out to you.
Cool.
Guys are starting to arrive on scene and taking control of the scene.
Okay.
31, 432.
So a lot of times we'll record our conversations just in case we miss something. Sometimes people talk a lot quicker than we can write, and we want to make sure we get all the details, okay?
I appreciate that. It's going to be at 9:35 p.m.
You ready?
Yes.
We're here with Robert. Robert, what's your last name? I'm sorry.
Certainly. My full name is Robert Michael Lukey. I go by Mike.
Okay. Michael, Robert, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is May 9th of 1990.
What's your home address? How long have you lived here?
I've lived here about 6 years.
6 years. Okay. Is there a contact number for your phone, cell phone number?
Yeah.
And just to make sure I got the facts straight. Your brother is Jared, correct?
Jared's my brother. John Lukey is my father. Megan is my sister.
So then,
I do have an older brother, Justin, who lives in the area.
yep, he was going to be our second stop if we couldn't get hold of somebody. Yeah, your mom, is she still alive or no?
She lives in Pikeville, Kentucky, in my grandmother's house. So,
Her and dad split up, I'm assuming?
yeah.
Okay, how long?
Not great terms with anybody. House is kind of unheard of,
Okay, that's been quite a while since they've been split.
as far as I know.
How long has Jared lived there with dad?
It's been about 10 years, probably plus. I think maybe even back as far as high school days.
Okay.
Oh, 2 years younger than me, so mid-30s.
Dad lived there for quite a while then, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
At least I lived with my dad when he was in an apartment and then the house.
Okay.
Yes.
And you mentioned something about him, John, and Jared, dad not getting along. Tell me a little bit more about that.
It's honestly just been brewing for a while. There was just resentment.
Over?
My father is allergic to THC, so Jared smokes weed.
Jared was smoking.
And has done so on the premises despite my father asking him to. So my dad didn't want to throw him out. He loves him. Loved him. And I apologize if I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, it's just he didn't want to leave him out with nothing because he had no job, no.
Well, that's going to be my second question.
Yeah.
Jared doesn't work anywhere. Why is that? Is it because of the...
He's tried.
He's tried?
It's just mental health.
Mental health. Well, I was going to get to that. Has Jared ever been diagnosed with mental health issues?
He's always refused any intensive therapy or anything like that. So, yeah.
Okay. What's the family thinking? What is he? Schizophrenia? Is it bipolar? Is there something you guys have in mind? Or
definitely bipolar tendencies, and also like a feeling of if I'm being wronged, then screw you. I can do whatever I want and feel justified. Okay. There could been some of that, but I don't need to ramble.
Has Jared ever exhibited any violent behavior before?
Very recently.
When you say recently, what do you mean? How long ago?
Trying to think of the short version of it. But my sister recently moved out probably 2-3 months ago because of Jared, and just he was becoming hostile towards her. She'd been kind of like trying to be a rock, support for him, and mostly he would confide in her, which we thought was helping. But he got mad at her, and apparently at the cat, and thought there was like retaliation, and he was like being mean to the cat and playing loud noises and like loud rock music, like to assault ears and stuff.
Sure.
So passive aggressive, but definitely doing towards aggressive. Didn't get fully physical, but there was some close call with my father.
With the father. Okay. What about with your sister?
She mentioned a couple times as well. He also apparently assaulted her.
Okay. What was her phone number? Yeah, I get a phone number and maybe an address for Charlotte.
I believe she's currently living out of state in Indiana, fairly close by. Let me give you a phone number.
What's your sister's name again?
Megan Lukey. I do have that on the record.
All right.
And I do state for the record, I do care about my brother. I love him. I just, it was an untenable situation, and I was trying to find a way to get it taken care of without having to have delay.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, like, we were trying to find places for him, you know, like where he could do a part-time job, which would be stressful, and, you know, like possibly come to live with me, or maybe he could do better that way, or, you know, talking about moving in with a couple of his friends that he had been hanging out
And this is
with.
because him and your dad were just butting heads too much?
No, in fact, Megan, my dad, and me were all working on it collaboratively over the last few months. We were trying to find a good ethical solution, but it was like, where else would we go? And that was the problem. We just didn't want to do anything.
Other than the marijuana smoking, were there any other issues that he was having with dad? Was there following the rules, and his dad laid down the rules pretty heavy on him, or?
I would just describe it as stewing until that hatred becomes so congealed that it manifests.
Did you? Okay. Did you talk to either one of them today?
No, in fact, I haven't spoken to Jared probably in months.
Months.
Yeah. I've been in the house checking on my dad.
Is there a reason? Because you guys, what is the reason for that?
He just stays upstairs in his room to himself. He doesn't really come out.
What's that?
I have been checking on my father a lot recently. His knees were getting back. He had an injury and he was healing. He's been doing really well lately. Tonight he wasn't responding today. I was going to play a game with him tonight.
Okay. So when you go over there, Jared stays up in the room. He doesn't even come down to conversate with you at all.
Yeah, no, in fact, I haven't even observed him. I think when he hears people, he doesn't really come
Even his own brother?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he's probably angry at me for something. It just seems like everyone at this point.
And that's progressively gotten worse over the years?
Yeah, and Megan was kind of the only one who was like still, you know, helping, or able to help him, should I say, despite lack of one.
Your dad, when's the last time you saw him?
Oh, yeah, so my dad, I think just over the weekend.
Did he mention anything, that, any arguments he was having with Jared, or did he mention anything to you that kind of, what did he say?
There were some very minor ones. I believe there was talk about how the pizza that my dad had been ordering for him was different, and Jared was upset about that. It didn't really go into anything at the time, but it was like hey, my dad mentioned what happened. So, yeah.
But it could have been any minute thing could have set those two off. They were just not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
Pizza, smoking marijuana.
Agreed.
All right.
And just stewing anger or resentment towards him specifically.
Okay. Did I ask? Yeah, you're fine. Do you have a question? I'm throwing a bunch of questions at you.
I'm just bad at
giving you the
processing.
chance. No, okay. But as far as you know, Jared and your dad, as far as them getting physical with each other,
it had not occurred yet. There were a few times where I came over and we did like sort of a verbal intervention, like, hey, we care about you, everybody wants to help you, and like went with it, but it just wasn't resolved.
Has this, I know we talked about maybe bipolar, has this been going on with Jared for a while?
Yeah.
Have you suffered
as
that?
long as I can remember.
Okay. And you guys grew up together?
Yes.
Okay.
We were 1.5 years apart.
He's always had that little bit of a... When he was younger, did he ever seek any type of treatment? Did mom or dad ever try to take him to get treatment? What happened?
Definitely. And just never really receptive. I'm pretty sure he sat down for one therapy session and just never really got it.
And that was early on in his life? Any idea how old he was when that first started?
I would say 7 to 8.
Oh, that young?
Yeah, deep depression.
Which is
only deep.
Where did he go to high school at?
Same as me. Deer Park High School.
Deer Park.
Right around the corner.
Did he graduate on time, or?
I believe so.
Okay. What year did he graduate?
I was 2008, so I'm going to guess probably 2 years after that, 2010, I suspect.
After high school, what was life like with him? Working? Did he go to college or anything like that?
Mostly just smoking weed.
Just smoking weed?
Yeah. I have friends that hang out.
Video games. Video games. Does he have a girlfriend that you're aware of?
I don't believe so. Okay. He hasn't really been taking care of his lifestyle.
His what?
He wasn't really taking care of his personal
he was just kind of letting himself go.
Last I saw him.
Is that would you call that normal? Or is that just something?
The last few times I had seen him, yes.
But it's gotten bad.
Not as much before
that. Sorry to drop this all on you in the middle late at night like this. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me? Any that's come to your head now that we sat here and talked for a little bit?
Details I might not really want to know too
Yeah.
much of. I'm sure it was a physical altercation, and I'm sure there was a weapon involved.
I will. Yeah, that is correct. Let me ask you this: did Jared own a gun or anything that you're aware of? No. Did Dad own any firearms?
I believe he made a mention of it, so that was possible.
Okay. All right. And I will say that it was not a firearm. It was a knife. It was a knife used in the incident. I'll leave it at that as far as
I understand. Probably later.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, at some point I'll leave you a business card. I don't know who's going to be the lead investigator on this. I don't think it's going to be either one of us. There's a couple of detectives that are up there talking to brother right now, and my understanding is that he gave them a full confession. He's been very cooperative up there with them as well. So, and he was also the one that called 911. Kind of explained to the dispatch what happened. The basic understanding of I got how this all transpired because I was doing 911 call. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I mean, that's the way he portrayed it as well to the 911 dispatcher. That he just he didn't get into the details of what caused the argument. That they were arguing. Knife got brought up. Like I said, the little amount of details I have, I think I will let you. There's nothing that's like hurt anything in the investigation I'm doing yet. Yeah, anything else?
I'm sure I'll process.
Yeah, and here's another sad part about it. Obviously, we're letting you know about this. You're the person with notification, so we're going to leave that up to you to let the other family members know at your own pace. Okay. However you feel you need to do that.
I'll probably call my sister.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to have all sorts of questions as well. So, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead. I'll shut the recording off. And kind of just get out of your way and let you do what you need to do.
I'll get 9:49 p.m.